So, are the medical passports the mark of the beast, or are they something that could end up being the mark of the beast at some point in the future? So, like, I don't know, a minute, just trying to unpack this really quickly. If you read the Bible, the last book's called the Book of Revelations, and it basically describes what's going to happen at end times. And one of the things that it says is that people begin to worship Satan, and in order to buy or sell, people must worship Satan, the devil, and accept his mark on either their right hand or on their forehead, and that's necessary to buy and sell. So this sounds quite like what you might call medical passports. In many countries now, such as France, you're not allowed to go into supermarkets unless you've got the medical passport, or because you've taken the sheep dip. So that would fit in with not being able to buy something unless you've accepted something first. Obviously, in other parts of the world, even in Britain, you can only sell your labour if you're a care home worker. Again, if you've accepted the arm spear and you've got your arm spear passport. So actually, if you take a sort of a technical analysis of the Bible, you'd say, well, it can't be, these medical passports can't be the mark in this beast system, because today, Satan hasn't revealed himself. But I think it looks incredibly like it, and that's the point of this video, I guess. Even from just a boring old economics perspective, people just seem to have lost the idea of, or they don't really understand the importance of bodily sovereignty. That my body belongs to me, and I should decide what does and what doesn't go into it. This is a God-given human right. So for these rights to be taken away from people is very, very worrying. The other thing that many people, they don't like to think about uncomfortable things because it makes them feel uncomfortable. But one of those things is good and evil. People don't think about it at all. Both exist. I remember, this is, I don't know, 1988, it was the summer of 1988, and I found myself on this rooftop in the old city in Jerusalem near Damascus Gate. I was staying in a cheapo youth hostel, and the cheapest rooms involved sleeping on top of this roof, so that's where I was. And there was quite a few other people doing the same thing. And anyway, it was approaching sort of dusk, and from where we were located, you could see across towards the Dome of the Rock and where the Western Wall is in the old city. Anyway, I was with this girl, and this guy sort of pops up out of the blue. He just kind of appeared, Mr. Ben style, by magic. And I'm not making this up, but he looked like Jesus. He had a long face and beard and sort of longish blonde hair. And we started talking, and it was this sort of, I don't know, or even when I think back to it now, it sort of seemed surreal, really. Anyway, he started to explain to me that, yeah, good and evil do exist, and the devil basically is in control of the earth, and what your role in life, or what you're trying to do in life, is resist temptation. And I guess that makes me think about that line in the Lord's Prayer: lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. The devil tempts us, and what we've got to do, whilst we're inside these bodies, which is all really temporary, is to resist that evil. And that yeah, and so you could almost see these medical passports as being, a test. Personally, I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm Christian. I believe that the devil also exists too, and I'm not going to sell my soul for one of these passports. No way. I'm not going to take some. Well, let's talk about it in cross purposes. So, we evade censorship. But for years and years and years, we've actually had genetically modified fruit and veg. I've never been particularly keen on that, and they've been genetically modifying animals. Personally, I'm very happy with the body that I've got. I know it's not perfect, but and I don't want to be genetically modified. Thanks a lot, Anyway, I hope this has made, I don't know, I hope it's made you pause for thought at the very least. Yeah, this is another nice beach which I quite like. I don't know if you can kind of see, it's really bright at the moment. But it's getting colder now, we're getting towards autumn and winter. Okay, all the best, God bless.